You ever wonder how sometimes the need to be perfect, it feels heavier than the joy of being alive? And yet that same drive, that beautiful urgency to improve, to be better than perfect, it's a sacred force, isn't it? But what if being better than perfect is simply being exactly as you are, before the world told you who to be? Because perhaps perfection, it isn't what you thought it was. Maybe perfection is presence. And just imagine the idea of being so loved, so profoundly accepted, that even criticism becomes a form of connection. Yes, feedback, once feared, becomes fuel. Isn't that strange? The very thing that you resisted could be the door that you seek. As you continue your mind wandering, you don't need to follow this exactly. In fact, the more you try, the more the message slips in under understanding, which is exactly where change happens, isn't it? So let's play with ideas. They say the mirror only reflects what it's shown. But when you become the flame, do mirrors still matter? There was once a young artist obsessed with every brushstroke, terrified of critique, painting always for applause, never from his soul. Until one day a blind man wandered into his studio and said, "Your silence is the most beautiful thing you've ever made." The artist paused. No one had ever complimented his silence before. And in that moment the artist knew perfection wasn't about being liked. It was about being lit, alive, expressed, real. And maybe, just maybe, silence speaks when the mind surrenders the need to be flawless. So tell me, what if all your mistakes are just paint strokes on a masterpiece too big to see close up? Isn't it funny how we say we hate criticism, and yet growth only happens in pressure? Diamonds, muscles, ideas. Have you ever noticed how trees get stronger not from peace, but from wind? So here's a question your unconscious may already be answering. What if criticism is just wind making you unshakable? Because every word you once feared, "You're not enough," "Do better," "This isn't perfect," was a teacher in disguise, wearing masks made of mirrors, not to hurt you, but to hand you your next version. So will you reject the mirror, or see the new form within it? You decide, or rather the deeper part of you already has. Let's suppose for a moment, no, really pretend, that everything you thought was wrong with you was actually part of the design. What if the parts that recoil from criticism are the guardians of your unique flame? Guardians can evolve, you know. They can shift from shields into amplifiers, from defense into direction. Because no child ever said, "I want to be perfect." They said, "I want to be loved." And love, real love, doesn't ask you to change to be worthy. It reminds you, you were never broken. So when you hear feedback now, you can feel the code shifting, can't you? Not danger, but design. Not attack, but alignment. Not rejection, but refinement. Not fear, but fire. You used to believe, to be liked, you must never fail. That to be accepted, you must never falter. To be loved, you must be flawless. But that was then, and now, you believe something different. You might not even know what it is yet, but you can feel it, can't you? It's there, beneath the words, between the sentences, behind the breath that's slowed down just now. And the more you try to figure it out, the deeper it embeds. Because the truth, beliefs, they aren't changed by force. They dissolve by being outgrown. And this old belief, I must be perfect to be loved, it's like a child's toy, too small for the hands of who you've become. Let's look at this another way. What if perfection was never really the enemy? What if it was your gift, distorted, a compass turned slightly askew? Could it be the need to be better than perfect is simply your soul demanding full expression? Could it be the fear of criticism is the echo of a powerful inner voice, begging you to finally approve of yourself first? Because now you know you're already accepted, you're already enough, you're already the love that you seek. And from here, growth is play, Feedback is freedom. Perfection is presence. You became unstoppable. It's interesting how feedback became flight. How self-doubt melted under the heat of your own self-belief. Criticism became clarity. The moment you stopped trying to be perfect, you became powerful. And the more you relax into that idea, the more that idea takes hold of you. And the next time someone offers you feedback, you smile. Not because it's easy, because it's an invitation, a reminder, a mirror showing you what you already are. Perfectly in progress. Better than perfect you. Let it soak, let it echo, let it reshape the code, and notice what's already changed.